Okay, so some people would say you made $200,000. Where does that fit? It fits in right around here. If you're single, this if you're married, so you're going to pay 32%. Actually, if you're married, it looks like it's up here. Sorry. So you'd either pay 24% or 32%. That's it. Now, that's not how the tax system works. Okay. The first here, first identify whether where you fit on this table, whether you're single, married, filing jointly, separately. They're married, filing jointly, so we're only using this column for this family. Okay. Um, the way the tax table works is the first $22,000 these people made was only taxed at the 10% rate. So their tax $22,000 at 10%. And then every dollar they made between 22,000 and 89,000 gets taxed at 12%. So you'll want to calculate how much money fits in there. Would you put the 1 in? I think we're losing $1 if we do that, but it's only going to be off by a few cents. Okay, and then every dollar that they made between these two amounts, which they did, they made 200,000, is taxed at the 22% rate. I'm going to enter because we got more to do. So we got to calculate how much money fits in at the 22% level. So 190,750 subtracted by the 89,451. That's how much money fits in that third row. And then finally, we've paid a bunch of tax already, so we're not going to do the full 200,000 at the 24%. We're going to take 200,000 and subtract the amount of money we were just taxed at under the last level, this 190,000. So you got to calculate how much money fits in under each level of this tax table, and then multiply it by the appropriate percentage. So it's less than 24%. 200,000 fits in between these two numbers, but it's going to be quite a bit less than 24%. We can calculate the effective tax rate after if we wanted, but okay, so the first one, 22,000 times 10, that's $2,200. Then we got to subtract those two numbers first. That's why I put them in parentheses. So the amount of money we made, that is in the second row, times 0.12, so that's $8,903.88. And then subtracting these two, that's 190,750 subtracted by 89. Tax that at the 22% rate, so that's $22,285.78. And then the final part, we after all their deductions and things like that, 200,000 subtract by 190,750. Hit enter times 0.24. And so this calculates how much tax they pay for the year. As a coincidence. Oh, the first and the last numbers there are almost the same. 1809388 plus. So it looks like they're going to have to pay $34,799.66. So their effective tax rate would be, I guess maybe that's before you take your deductions, but instead of the 24% that somebody might have speculated at the beginning, we can divide to calculate a percentage. You take the amount you're interested in, the tax rate. So we're talking about tax is the amount we're interested in. Divide by the base and times 100%. So it's only about 17.4% instead of 24%. Okay, so that's how the tax system, the tax table works. There's a lot more complicated things. That's why there's people whose profession it is to help out with taxes, especially with businesses. But you can take a standard deduction, you can take an itemized deduction. Those are the two big branches for how you can calculate how much tax you owe. There's credits that you can get. You can reduce your taxes in a whole bunch of different ways. But this problem is just meant to illustrate how the tax system works. Somebody showed me a TikTok video one time that said, hey, if you're about to get a raise to $190,800, or if you're about to get a $200,000 raise, it'd actually be better for you to get paid $190,751. That way you don't jump up to a tax table or something like that, or jump up a ranking in the tax table. And that's baloney. That's not how it works. It's by steps.